Okay, first things first, here's an update. Bella. I believe that Bella may well be pregnant again. I had her outside one day and yeah, I think that's what's happened while she was in season. So she's been quite funny and very clingy, and she's looking really guilty, and that's not her fault. But she's just not herself. And she's got the food things, like she won't eat what she normally eats. She will only eat mince, and she has found the worm tablets that I've had hidden inside the mince and eats all the way around them. So I've had to force feed her worm tablets, little bugger. Luckily, I found a paralysis tick on her back, and luckily I got it very, very early. And it had only just got on there on that day because I check her every day. Got that off. She zero signs. That was weeks ago. So yeah, she's fine with that. Now, what are we up to? What am I doing with this ute? Okay. So I've got all that hidden underneath a bit of foam there. That's a 160 watt solar panel. It's about that size. What I'm doing is mocking up this old roof rack. I think I mentioned that I had this. Hang on, I'm walking down and I don't know where the camera's pointing, so let's see what's going on here. So I just mocked it up here. What I'm going to do is have this roof rack out across the top of the roof of the car. It'll give some shade to the cabin and also house the solar panels. What I've got is two 160 watts, and they are, I don't know whether you can see that. That's the cardboard case for the 160 watt panels. So they'll both fit across there at the back. And this one was gifted to me. It's a 225 watt Suntech panel. I've checked it. It's pumping out 36 volts in full sun. That will fit perfectly straight across the front here. Across the front of here with about only that much overhang, which doesn't even matter. It's nothing. So that's what'll happen there. Now on the back here, where I said I was going to do I was going to throw in me genset and me welder and blah blah blah, chainsaw and everything. It'll all go in the tray. But what I've found is this doodad here that looks like a robot dog, but if you stand it on its end, I think it was an old gym set type thing, homemade gym set. So what I'm going to do is cut out this this length through here, clean up the steel, see what it's like. If it's good enough, it'll be fine. I'll clean all that up. That length there will go under the back here. See where that angle line is, where the tray is. I will have that run through there, and it'll modify it so that it'll still support the tray, but it'll come out to about, well, it'll come out to nearly 1800. What'll happen is it'll come out to this edge here, and what I've got for that will go on top of that is, see that frame there, it's a little bit big. So what I'm going to do with this is cut the guts out of it there, bring it together, use this piece, I'll cut it and I'll use that as strengthening gussets. Now that, whether it gets cut down or whatever, it'll sit on here. What's going to happen with this piece of bar here, this bit, I'll have this section here, and I'll bodgy up something with the rest of the steel once I've cleaned it up and make sure it's okay to use. I'll bodgy that up. What'll happen with that thing there is those inch and a half or inch by inch or whatever they are, slot down inside here perfectly. So they'll slot in. They will come up from that bottom brace that I've got through there, and they will come up here. So that white frame, if you can imagine, will be on the back there, over sort of, you know, blah, blah, blah. I'll be able to raise and lower it. And what I want to be able to do is lower it down to about, say about this height, which will be the height of the gen set and where I've got all the electrics and everything sorted out in the back here. I'll drop it down so low and pin it and lock it so that the people that think they need my stuff more than I need it won't be able to get at it very easily. Then when I pull up at a campsite, what I can do is lift that. There'll be a panel on top, like a platform on top. I'll raise the whole lot. There'll be slots on the other side too. Be able to raise it, pin it, and then I've got access to everything in the tray, and I've got a sleeping spot on the top of the ute, so I can either roll my swag out next to it, or I can sleep underneath a cover on top of the ute. Anyway, that's the plan. We'll see what happens. I've also got this old trailer here that I'm going to fix up. I'll see what I can do with that. She's a bit of a mess, but yeah, I've done it before, so I can do it again. Fix that up, and I can put some stuff in the back of that too, because I've got a lot of gear to carry, man. My worldly possessions are inside the old bus, so yeah. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, if you watched this far, thanks for putting up with all me blah blah blah. But that's the update on the ute so far. Oh, it runs really well, hasn't got a rattle. I've had a little bit of a sneak down the road and back, and taken it sort of down to the IGA and back, and it's running brilliant. It's doesn't rattle, it's not overheating. Well, I don't know whether it's overheating or not, because I still haven't got the instrument panel fixed. But yeah, it doesn't run hot. It's runs really quiet. The only thing is a bit of noise from the tyres, but I think I know what that is, and I'll address that later. But yeah, she's running good. Okay, thanks for watching, gang. Back to what you're doing.